Hey everyone, welcome to Waxing Pixels, a Battle Geek Plus podcast. This is Josh Christopher, or I am Josh Christopher. I'm Josh, and with me, I have Heather.
Hi.
Ryan.
Hey.
And Frankalicious.
Buckle up, cowboys.
And
All right.
Today we got a lot of really good stuff to talk about.
Because you're in for a ride.
That got real gay real quick. I'm just saying. I mean, if you guys want to call yourselves the Rough Riders, go for it. I support you both.
The Backdoor Cowboys.
Backdoor
Yeehaw.
Cowboys. I guarantee that is probably a porn series.
Huh. Anyway, that's a good segue to go into our big news for today. Eurogamer got some information from some reliable sources. I don't know, I still call it all rumor, but it's still really neat stuff anyway. The Nintendo NX is said to be a portable console that is also a home console, and the controllers, it's like a tablet with like kind of controls on the sides, and then when you're at home, you just detach the sides and they become two of their own controllers, and you have it hooked into a TV. What do you guys think about this?
It's the future!
Technology.
I highly doubt we're going to get what they're saying we're going to get.
Well, yeah, it's still kind of rumor, but I mean, well, if that were the case, what would you think, Frank?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it more.
Well, for me, it's exactly kind of what I wanted out of the Wii U tablet in the first place, was to be able to take it and take stuff on the go. So the idea of just kind of this tablet-style console that, you know, outputs in HD, and then when you plug it into a TV, you've got a console right there with its own wireless controllers. That just seems like a really cool idea to me. And it sort of makes sense as to why there's been rumors already of the console using cartridges instead of optical discs.
Yeah, I heard about... Yeah, I even said that, didn't I?
No.
No, not during this.
Oh,
okay,
No,
yeah.
no,
Not
maybe some
during
other
this
time.
current recording,
No, all you said is I don't know, and buckle up.
Cowboys.
No, I mean like in previous
Yeah.
recordings.
You know...
I think this is when we weren't recording.
Oh, yeah. Whenever, the whole, it's portable, and I was like, but the Wii U's portable, and then Josh corrected me with the fact that, yeah, it's portable within your house, depending on walls and
Right.
whatnot. So I didn't know that about the Wii U. Goes to show you how much I gave a shit about that. You know, the NX being portable, I feel like that makes me go, I'm not after a portable tablet with games. I already have one of those. It's called a fucking iPad. Oh, better yet, I have a phone. I already have that. I mean, I'm not gonna carry around this extra piece of machinery just to detach some controllers and play a game on a bus or something.
So it's basically an iPad with two controllers that you detach from it.
Yeah.
can't-
Oh my god, I'm just waiting for kids to just whack their siblings with those controllers.
You can't play the new Zelda game on an iPad, especially our old ass iPad.
Well, yeah.
So like this is gonna be like much more powerful than that. You know, it's not just I'm gonna play Pokemon Go with controllers now. Like
Yeah.
it's
Granted, I will say that literally the only reason we'd be getting this system is because of Zelda. That's literally the only reason.
that's what I've been waiting
Yeah.
on. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like Nintendo is saying, like, okay, Microsoft and Sony, you guys win the living room, but we win everywhere else.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
It is a really good sort of
I think what they're trying to get with this is they want like a portable console, but at home console quality. Because, they do have a really powerful chip in there.
So
Right.
they just not going to have any more like DSs or...
Not
We don't
necessarily.
They're
know.
just going to stop production of all those
I mean,
things.
the new 3DS is still pretty new, so I would imagine that, a portable would still exist, especially for more niche stuff and lower budget things and whatnot. But this is kind of the home console that you can also take with you, which also kind of serves the same purpose that the Wii U did in terms of, I'm going to use the TV for this, but I want to play games. So it's still got that going for it, too.
But now you can take the NX outside.
Ooh. now these crazy gamers can get a suntan.
Maybe they should rename it Nintendo Out.
Nintendo Out.
Ooh.
Well, if this thing flops, I think that's what it's literally going to be called.
Nintendo Out.
Nintendo Nin Outo. Yeah, that was bad.
Out-tendo?
That was bad.
Out-tendo.
That was bad, and you guys should stop trying to do that.
You started it.
Yeah,
I was
seriously.
experimenting with it. I knew it was bad, but you guys wanted to
Is
keep
that what you
rolling
tell
with it.
yourself
You were
after
just
every
experimenting
weekend?
with it.
I was just experimenting.
Usually after I'm done using the bathroom.
Well,
Never
actually,
gonna eat that again.
well, actually, now you can play the NX in the bathroom, unlike the Wii U.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
true. Now, the thing is, there's likely not going to be any backwards compatibility then, because it plays on a completely different format than its predecessors.
Josh, get out of the bathroom. I need to use it. I'm saving Zelda.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Oh no! Don't even. No.
But yeah, it's
No.
likely not going to be backwards compatible.
Oh no.
Well, so that means you get to keep your Wii U and your 3DS?
Oh, well,
Don't most people?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a shit about backwards compatibility because I didn't give a shit about the Wii U.
That's
So
true.
there's not like there were games on the Wii U that I was like, oh my god, I have to have this, and then getting the NX.
the one thing I'm worried about, though, for me personally, is I didn't pick up a Wii U. So all of my Virtual Console games are still on my original Wii from 2006. Now, I'm wondering if they're taking into account the people that skipped the Wii U in terms of moving that stuff over, because I would like to take my Virtual Console games and move them onto this new console when it comes out. And I don't really want to be left behind in that regard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will have Virtual Console compatibility. But the thing is, most likely, I'm going to assume that you can use your Nintendo account and just re-download your old games, but for some of them, you might have to repurchase them.
Which is
Well,
horseshit.
there's like the on the Wii U there is the just port them over and play them in Wii mode, and then there's like the pay a small price to play them in Wii U mode with all the extra features and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping, because the Wii doesn't have the Nintendo account hookup like the Wii U
Yeah,
and the 3DS
that's true.
do. So that's really the only big thing I'm worried about, is I have like 70 old school Virtual Console games that I would like to move over to that,
Yeah.
And it would just be a shame if I wasn't able to do so. But hopefully, we'll hear some news about that pretty soon. Actually, let's hope that we hear some actual confirmed news pretty soon, because all this rumor stuff is really kind of starting to get old.
Yeah, like from what I gather, I know Nintendo hasn't been doing well on the console market ever since, the GameCube, really. Well, but then the Wii did gangbusters, so... Oh, but the Wii U, isn't performing that well. It's actually like Nintendo's lowest selling console, but they're doing a killing on the portable market. So I think what they're doing is like they want to capitalize on where they're making a killing on, which is the portable market. Like they're still holding their own against the smartphone market too.
They are, especially because a lot of parents, they come in and they grab like a 3DS for their young kids, or like I got a 3DS because of Zelda. You're not gonna be able to play the new Zelda on my phone or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and I heard one of the biggest criticisms is is there going to be like third-party support on the NX?
hopefully it's easy enough to program for, and the controls are
Yeah.
normal enough that they can do that.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, moving on. There is a new Sonic game coming out. There's actually 2 new Sonic games coming out.
Barf.
No. But one of them is actually going to be super awesome.
Ooh.
Who here has heard of Sonic Mania? Raise your hands.
Have you seen it? Aye.
Aye!
Aye.
Okay, there we go. See?
Fantastic. So,
Easier.
alright, ruined my joke.
Well, so what was the last Sonic game you guys bought? I think the last one I bought was Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast.
Oh, no.
If we're gonna get technical here, I have never bought a Sonic game because the Sonic games that I played, my cousin bought, or at least his mother bought them for him.
What
What was the
games?
latest one, was it? That you...
What console was it? Console? What?
What council? The council was actually the portable Sega.
Oh, the game.
Oh,
Gear.
the Game
Yeah,
Gear.
the Game
Game
Gear.
Gear.
I remember.
Oh my
I would
gosh.
I remember specifically going to my grandma's, and Nathan would have it charging, and he didn't want me playing it because I was a dumb girl. So I would Yes.
He had the rechargeable packs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You'd have to lift weights to play that sucker.
Oh man, yeah, he had those.
And also the Game Gear ran out of battery.
Oh my
really
god,
fast.
it was insane. But I remember I would snag it when he was doing something else, and I'd sit there and start playing it, and sometimes he would harass me to give it back, and so then I started hiding underneath a desk. And like we had like this roll top desk, kind of like with those old stationary desks.
Right.
And I would pull the chair out just enough so I could wiggle my way underneath, and then I would just like curl myself into this little box underneath, and I would just play that until it died.
So your last Sonic was classic Sonic.
Yeah, classic Sonic.
Okay.
So my
Good Sonic.
last my last Sonic was Sonic Rush for the DS, which is kind of classic-ish. It is at least 2D side scroller, and the only part that was really 3D about it was the special stages. It kind of made a callback to Sonic 2 with the half pipe and all that stuff. But there was that, and then the Sonic Advance series before that. What about you, Frank? I know you're a bit more of a Sonic player than the rest of us.
The last one I bought and played. I still have some I bought. I haven't played yet. But it was Sonic Generations.
Okay.
Do you remember our friend Kenny talking about it and his kids playing it?
Oh, yeah.
He said that his kids enjoyed the classic version of Sonic rather than the new version.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
Yeah, it's completely true.
So, yeah.
There's a reason for that.
I remember watching you play a little bit of that. So, but yeah, now there is another Sonic game coming out that will be kind of a main series title that will take that Sonic Generations sort of thing. It's got both Sonics in it. But the one we're talking about is Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania. There was a trailer for it that dropped when Sega was having that event where, Crush 40 was doing its Dad Rock for Millennials. What do you guys like? Are you guys excited about that at all?
Yes.
Actually, I
I'm
am
pretty excited.
Right? Like you got what? 3 characters: Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles.
Knuckles is the best.
Finally.
Knuckles.
Just the basics. You got Sonic in 2D, and he's in his classic form. He doesn't have
16-bit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, I'm also saying he doesn't have like the mullet quills that stretch back like 10 feet. Or, a scarf or anything like that. Like, he's just classic, chubby old Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. Yeah, like that Sonic.
Sonic CD.
Sonic started eating chili dogs again. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, the night that was announced, we went to Sonic and I got a chili dog.
Yeah, we did. We totally went to Sonic. Oh my god, it was delicious.
That right there is destiny, right there.
That chili dog was destiny. And the smell that it made later was also destiny.
Yeah.
Foul destiny.
Yeah, it was good that you dealt with that foulness away from me.
Right? Now, with Sonic Mania, the one big thing they've shown different so far is that he has sort of like a drop spin dash now.
Mm-hmm. Like when you spin a ball in the air and it goes up in the air and it drops and it goes wherever it was spinning.
Okay, yeah, like that's something like, I don't know, I haven't seen a new move from Sonic like that since the peel out on Sonic CD.
Oh, wow.
So, of course there's the homing attack from like Sonic 3 and all that stuff. But that doesn't really count. Like a new kind of style of running or whatever, and that's pretty cool.
I'm mostly stoked by the fact that he's going to be back in 2D because
that's where he shines.
Yes, that's he should not have been taken out of that environment.
It was a risky move.
It was a hugely risky move, and it ended up just bombing and being terrible. I mean, there have been some games that were okay, not amazing. They were playable. You enjoyed a couple. But for the most part, Sonic in 3D just doesn't work. It just doesn't.
It was a risk Sega had to take when the 3D stuff started to come
That's
out.
true.
They had to take it, and they missed their shot. That's all.
Now, Sonic Adventure actually did get pretty good reviews, and it was received pretty well back when it was brand new. It's only as it's aged and as worse versions of Sonic in 3D have just continued to come out that people have just kind of retroactively been all like, man, remember Shadow the Hedgehog? Yeah, Sonic Adventure sucks. It's like, no. But I think it's good that they're kind of going back to this, as well as making another main series sort of title or whatever. Do you guys think this game will be a full price game, or are we looking at something a little less expensive?
I'm gonna assume it's a little less expensive than most games.
Yeah, I would assume that as well.
Like we're talking.
It better not be a full priced game. It should be probably $20 around there.
If they like spit it out, and it's like $50. I'm just gonna laugh.
I was actually thinking it probably if it's a big, full, robust title, it might be 40.
Yeah,
but
I think 40 is going to be the price point.
Yeah, me too. But I think 40. But if it was 20, I'd be happier.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
who wouldn't be?
Well, I got to buy it for the show anyways.
Right. So yeah, good to go.
You could just wait for we can just wait for our good reviewers to take that risk for us.
Nah, we're gonna play it on the show. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, you're gonna play it on the show. We're gonna watch you.
Yeah. It'll basically be what happened whenever we played Mega Man, and Ryan had the controller almost the whole video.
And it froze on me.
Now it's Frank's turn.
So, staying in Sega territory, though, there's another thing that Ryan brought to my attention today. So, we all have heard about the NES Mini.
Yes.
And we kind of compared it a little bit to those little Sega consoles that come out during Christmas time that are really crappy and, and people buy them at like Rite Aid and CVS and Walmart and stuff. Well, apparently Sega is firing back and coming out with their own like miniature Mega Drive Genesis that isn't craptacular. Like, Ryan, tell me about this.
Yeah, so in the UK, like around October, I think Sega is going to like release their own like mini Mega Drive with 80 games. I'm actually from this US Gamer article. It still kind of looks like that same Sega Genesis that was released a couple of years back, with the crappy emulation and the sound. Although I heard this might not be from the same company that made that one. I heard it might be better, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm just blown away by 80 games.
Although, in my opinion, 80 games, if they're going to put 80 games on there, it might not be as good as the mini NES.
Why?
For some reason.
It's not like they have to develop those 80 games.
Yeah, well, I would think they would go... I think they would do the same thing like Nintendo and just put like 30 games, and like they would have more time to test them out, like develop a better emulator for them. But 80 games, it's more of like... It's more of quantity over quality in this case. Well, because, the box still looks like that same other Genesis that was released, so I'm not really too convinced that there's going to be a lot of quality control for this system.
Okay, so you're not thinking it's going to be like, little mini Genesis with an HDMI out and its own dedicated controller?
It's probably going to have, the regular composite cables, and it's going to run on a crappy emulator.
Did you happen to notice any price point or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember it from the article.
And then is this also like a worldwide release or a Western release? Like,
looks like it's just going to be in the UK for now in October.
Well, this is America. We don't give a crap. So we get to stick with the crappy Genesis that comes out during holiday season.
Well, then again, if this whole like mini Sega ends up being, a waste of fucking time, I guess the UK can tell us all about it.
Yep.
They probably will anyway, no matter what.
Well, yeah, but it would save us the trouble, I guess.
I'm still waiting for a mini Super Nintendo.
Oh god, that would be amazing.
You know what they should call it? Sega Menesis.
Wow, I like that. I do like that.
The Sega
that was good.
Minisis. Or if you go by the
or Mega.
No, but there's also it's called the Mega Drive, right? They can call it the Mini Drive.
Oh,
Mini Drive.
Mini Drive.
Right? Yeah.
The Sega Menesis Mega Drive.
Royalties.
Right? Or they'll just steal it and then I'll go on with my life.
Even though Josh is wearing a Nintendo shirt right now.
Well, yeah, I'm wearing my Zelda shirt. Yeah. I'm rubbing myself.
Even though you can't see it.
Did you finish Skyward Sword?
No, you did. I was there when you did it. Like, I played, like, part of it. And I was just...
I destroyed it.
Yeah, and then you came in and destroyed it. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Because that game was a little too...
Intense?
No.
Dramatic?
No! Linear.
Linear.
Like, they tried to kind of make that element of exploration in the sky the same as, like, the water exploration in Wind Waker, but it didn't really work out nearly as well. So everything just felt like it was just segmented together, and then the sky was more of a hub world.
Right.
And I wasn't a fan of that at all.
So yeah, I remember I didn't get very far in that game at all because I was just like, this flying thing is stupid.
No, like I pretty much like was kind of on my way out with new Zelda titles, and then A Link Between Worlds happened, and they did everything right.
Yeah, I lost interest in Zelda after Twilight Princess because I thought that game dragged so much.
I liked Twilight Princess.
I enjoyed it. I know I didn't finish it, but I got really close.
Like I liked the horse combat. I liked the Ganondorf like sword fight and all that stuff. Like that was all pretty cool.
Right.
It's not something that I've gone back to since, but I do like it. So, but yeah, the A Link Between Worlds was what made me all excited. And then when they're all like, "Oh yeah, this new Zelda that's coming out on the Wii U and NX later," that was much more of a hey, we're gonna do the things that we did right, but better, and on the bigger console, yay! And so I'm excited for it again.
Oh yeah, speaking of Nintendo's, didn't their stock plummet?
Oh yeah. So Pokemon Go, we've talked about this already.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, after it got popular, Nintendo stocks like shot up to like some kind of record high or something like that. You remember, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I think in one day it went up like something ridiculous, like 24% or some nonsense.
something crazy. Well, Nintendo decided to clear the air with investors who aren't necessarily gamers and let them know that they only have a 30-something% stock in the Pokemon Company, and the Pokemon Company did not contract out Nintendo to make that game. So Nintendo is really only seeing minor profits from Pokemon Go. And so right after that, everyone was like, oh shit! And it dropped like 5,000 points in like a day. So that was...
Well, that's not a shock in the slightest. I mean, you have people who have the money and the ability to invest in stuff like this, and holy shit, Pokemon Go, it's so fucking popular that every night there's some news story or some video or something that shows so many people rushing across the street or something like that, or being stupid, trying to catch Pokemon and shit, and that's, I mean, for it to be a regular news story now, I mean, it's huge news, it's a big thing. Everybody knows what it is, even people who don't play games or people who even know what Pokemon are, But it wasn't a shock that whenever Nintendo was finally like, okay, look, guys, it's great that you are increasing our stocks. We appreciate that. However, good guy business move, we only have X amount of % stake because we didn't develop this game. We don't own Pokemon. Nintendo finally saw that they had to come out and say something because obviously people were just being dumb and not actually doing any research. So when they said that, of course it was going to bail, the price was going to drop because people were all like, oh, well, fuck, I wasted all that money, I need to pull my money out, sell my stock and, move on to something else. So I know I had said that, damn, I wish I had bought Nintendo stock, but if I had bought Nintendo stock before Pokemon Go, and it started to rise like that, I absolutely would have sold within a couple of weeks because I knew that it was going to eventually be stated that, hey, we don't actually own this. We only are making X amount of money off of this. This isn't something that we did, and of course it was going to plummet because everybody started selling. So that's not a shock. The fact that it went up was hilarious, but it's not surprising that it just bombed at all when the official news came out.
And of course, it's good that they made, a good guy business move. I mean, last time I remember them doing any sort of bad guy business moves, well, the PlayStation came out of it.
Yeah. Thank you, Nintendo, for your shitty business decisions.
Yeah, now we have a PlayStation 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like Mario losing all his coins.
Or Sonic losing all his rings.
Yeah. That's probably what you meant to say.
That's really all that we have going on this week. You can catch us on Battle Geek Plus on Tuesdays, where we play games. You can also catch this podcast on Thursdays. We have the individual segments of the podcast being released individually after the full podcast drops, if you just want to listen to certain segments. And we have other content such as Awesome Video Game Memories and Battle Geek Plus Arcade Edition, where we play arcade games at the arcade, that drops usually on Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays. So we have a lot of content to kind of spread throughout the entire week. So stay tuned. You can find us on battlegeekplus.com, or you can also find us on Channel Awesome. Channel Awesome's full of reviews, sketches, let's plays, all kinds of fun stuff. We're on there too, so give it a look. Anyway, I'm Josh.
I'm Heather.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Frank.
And it is now safe to unbuckle, cowboy.
Wow.
Nice.